Welcome home, Callan.
Nice, it's all very nice. The fixtures and fittings include a permanent guard, do they?
Yes, 24 hours. There'll be somebody from the section on duty downstairs, and you will not leave the premises unescorted. We've used this place for years, Callan. The management understand our requirements.
Well, it's not overlook. So this is a bit dicey, isn't it? I mean, anyone could get in here. I'll take it back. Is that bulletproof, is it?
Yes. If you feel an overwhelming need for fresh air, you can switch off the bell.
Well, you've done me proud. What's it all about?
Well, it's too silly for words, really.
Tell me, I'll have a good laugh.
We've been studying the transcript of your debriefing sessions.
Well, it's all there. I held nothing back.
I'm sure you didn't. You were equally candid with your Russian interrogators, it would seem.
They would have got the answers sooner or later, one way or another. I wasn't trying to set up any endurance record.
No one is criticizing you, Callan.
I'm very glad about that, sir. Because they only got out of me what I knew they had already. I gave nothing free.
We can't be sure.
We can be very sure of that, sir. I've just told you.
Come on, Callan. We're both aware that a scopolamine injection does wonders for the inhibitions.
We are also aware that if they'd given me the full dosage, I'd have brains like scrambled eggs.
Yes, that's the big drawback with drugs. They're unreliable, have a different effect on different personalities. Fact and fantasy become confused. Still, if your recollection of the conscious interrogations is accurate...
Accurate? Oh, come on. You've had me on a tape recorder 4 hours a day for 6 weeks.
Intelligence analysis have come up with a most amusing theory.
Do tell me, sir.
That the KGB wildly overestimated your importance. I mean no offence.
Thank you.
They also had their own internal reasons for wanting their man back, and they were confident they had something of equal value on offer. Frankly, Callan, we were short-changed in the transaction. Their confidence was, however, mixed with an obvious regret at parting with you.
Well, it's nice to feel wanted.
You think so? The current state of the game is that circumstances having forced them to yield up a dangerous and valuable pawn, they will now try to do something about it.
You mean I'm a target?
We have positive information that they put someone in to kill you. Who, how, where, when.
So you see, you chose a particularly inopportune moment to discuss your future when it seems all too possible that you won't have one.
I've got a gun. The fellow downstairs has got a gun. We've got a bulletproof window upstairs.
For the moment. These items have to be justified in the overall pattern of things. It's difficult to explain bureaucratic thinking. You just don't rate them, Callan, not in your present position.
I'm beginning to wish I'd stayed where I was.
Well, frankly, your return has been something of an embarrassment to us. We don't know what to do with you. I commented earlier on your modesty and lack of self-confidence.
Yes, I didn't understand what you meant then.
You suggested various ways in which you might be employed in a non-operational role, but you didn't suggest promotion to a higher executive position.
Too right, I didn't. I wouldn't want it. Not my thing, is it?
One would have inferred otherwise from the evidence. Indeed, it seems that the KGB have.
What evidence?
Your interest in model soldiers, for instance. No, I did say model, not toy.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so I like model soldiers. I'm interested in uniforms, military history, so? What you know all about? I mean, it's like a game of chess. I mean, there are certain rules. You abide by these rules.
How often do you reverse the verdict of history?
Oh, you mean how often do I win? Well, it's 50-50. Win as often as I lose.
Modesty?
All right, I usually win.
I thought you might.
Look, come on, what's all this about?
Well, you enjoy the vicarious thrill of command. You make correct command decisions. With model soldiers.
Well?
Well? Isn't it about time you started playing with real ones?
Think about it. You going to the club? It does sound as though you're having second thoughts about Callan.
No, I'm simply repeating the first ones. In my opinion, he's still the obvious choice.
He's never done anything quite like this before.
He's never done anything remotely like it before.
It could make him.
Or break him.
No. We'd do that.
Yes?
Callan is here, sir.
Send him in.
Evening, sir.
Good evening, Callan. Right on time. Punctuality and curiosity often go together.
Yes, well, I have been wondering what's what. During the past few days, you didn't give very much away.
Got a job for you.
Yeah, well, I thought you might. Look, before you tell me what you've got on your mind, sir, perhaps I'll tell you what I've got on mine.
The Bishop's already done so. You want to be reassigned, huh? Away from field work.
That's right. Cipher analysis, intelligence liaison, I don't mind what it is, anything.
Anything?
As long as it's non-operational.
Very well.
It was that easy?
Sit down, Callan.
Yes, sir.
Try that one for size.
That's your chair, sir.
Goes with the job.
Yeah.
It isn't a joke, Callan. It's a serious offer.
That's what makes it a joke. Listen, do you know what that bit of furniture means to me? That's orders that turn my stomach. Lying, cheating, double-dealing, dying. That bloody desk has dominated my life.
Life can look different from the other side.
No.
Why not?
Look, haven't you been listening to me? I've just told you why not.
That quite gratuitous and over-emotional outburst told us nothing. Still, it's better out
Look,
than in.
I'm not taking that bloody job, and that is that.
Have you considered the fringe benefits that go with it?
Yeah.
Status, seniority, safety?
I've known a couple of hunters connected with that chair who weren't too safe, sir.
True, but you will observe that this one is walking out on his own 2 feet.
Where are you going?
Better things. The chair is vacant, Callan.
Why? Why me?
A number of reasons. You're the most experienced operative in the section, will that do? And we are reluctant to put you back into the field.
You said reasons, plural.
They vary from the trivial to the serious. They think they've traded weight for weight. Now, when they discover they haven't, well, it's a question of prestige. We can't have them sniggering into their samovars.
There is another more fundamental reason. It assumes it's imperative that I assume control of the Scheduled Territories Department immediately, and at this moment we have no time to find a successor.
Well, that's your problem, isn't it? Look, I've already told you I'll go to another department.
But you're a specialist, my dear chap. The other departments are serviced by specialists. No, just won't do.
Right, well, that leaves one alternative, doesn't it?
2, actually. But what was the one you had in mind?
Hail and farewell.
No.
Oh, come on, look, sir, I'll be just like any other tax-evading citizen you bump into in Oxford Street.
You'd be the only one in a red file. Work it out for yourself, Callan. If you're not Hunter, who would be? Think of his position, how he'd regard you. An ex-operative on the loose, unattached, knowing what the section's for, how it works, who's in it.
Look, I'm not going to bloody well defect, mate. I've just got back.
That's not the only danger. We couldn't risk you turning freelance.
And you think I'd do that?
It only has to be possible. Now, Callan, we're proposing the only solution acceptable to all of us. Take the job.
Well, I suppose it is a bit better than some unmarked grave in a pine forest.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I do know how to work the intercom, and I think I can come to terms with the paperclip dispenser and the staple gun. I've used a telephone before.
You haven't used this one. Nor, for that matter, have I.
Oh, what is it?
It's a direct line. Only accept incoming calls.
From where?
You find out, if it ever rings. In the event that it does, you obey to the letter any instructions you receive.
Anything else?
Yes, certain files in the archives are lead sealed. You have no authority to open them.
Why, what's in them?
I have no idea. But these apart, all other facilities are for use and without question. Oh. Except this. You can provide your own. This is personal property. I've grown rather fond of it.
Well, I'll try not to feel deprived. You're chucking me in the deep end, aren't you?
Well, you may need assistance. In the event of an emergency, Liz knows where I can be reached.
Well, there is one thing. The other members of the section. How are they going to feel about my appointment?
Oh, I would expect certain resentments. Does that bother you?
I can cope.
I hope so. Well, I think that's everything. I leave without a particle of regret. Good night, Callum. Hunter. Of course I put him in a red file. The decision was logical. He was crowding as Callan. You must know that. You've read the reports. Simply wouldn't accept that you were dead. Went around asking questions. Heaven knows what he'd found out.
You didn't tell me that when I took on the job. I want Lonely out of that red file.
Then give the order. The decision is entirely yours, since you are, after all, in charge of the section.
Yeah, well, that's it then, isn't it?
I've no doubt you'll be able to defend your decision with reasoned and cogent argument.
Well, I didn't notice much of that from you. Do it! That was your motto.
To my subordinates, yes, but explanations like sparks fly upwards. After all, we are responsible to someone. And if you make a decision, you must be prepared to justify it with something more than emotion.
Yeah, well, supposing I can't.
Then it might give rise to some second thoughts about the suitability of your appointment. I know what decision your successor would make.
Oh, yes.
So, it's up to you. Good night, Hunter.
Thank you.
And under your expert guidance, I've found him. Better let him in.
Who is he?
You'll know him.
Well, Khan, your message sounded urgent.
I didn't send a message.
Cross-telephone a short time
I
ago.
merely anticipated orders, sir. Since you initiated the red file on Lonely, I assume Mr. Callan would like you to be present when it was closed, sir.
And you assumed wrongly. The matter has ceased to be my
I
responsibility.
know where Lonely is, sir.
Where?
He's here.
And how would he get here?
That's quite simple. You brought him. I found the taxi who dropped you both off.
Sorry that you've been troubled about this. I think I'll settle this matter in the morning. Quite obviously, discipline in this section does need tightening.
Yes, I've often remarked on
If
it
Lonely
myself.
isn't here, then you won't mind me having a look around the place, will you? Mind if I take a look in the bedroom first?
Too bloody true, I mind. Don't try, son.
As I said, I'm no longer involved in this matter. But if Hunter chooses to ignore the simplest means of refuting your allegations, then doubtless he has his own reasons.
He has his own reasons.
I am at a loss for words.
Well, I'm not, sir. I traced Lonely to a doss house in Paddington, and he left with a man answering Callan's description. They took a taxi from the local rank, and it dropped them not 2 streets away. Callan is lying, sir.
Quiet, Cross.
Lonely's in that bedroom.
A liar I may be, kinky I am not. Right, get out.
I can bloody smell him, Callan.
I was thinking of making 1 or 2 changes in my personnel.
That's up to you. I have noticed lately that Cross has become more than a little...
Yeah. You did mention fringe benefits, sir.
Good night.
Very nice. East Scotland.
Yes, but where could he go?
The Doss House. And so we'll cross.